in Lethbridge, Alberta. Are you having a good time? That was really, really weak. Are you having a good time? Awesome. Please welcome to the next fight of the evening in the blue corner, Terell Jonasson.
A mixed martial arts contest. Terell Jonasson, you mentioned it, I told him at the weigh-ins, he looks great. We've seen his transformation. It is not even just about losing weight. He's changed his body.
Oh, drastically. So Terell was fighting at heavyweight for his amateur career. And, this is still amateur, okay. Throughout his career, he started at heavyweight. I believe his last one might have been at 205. And now he's lighter yet, 195 catch weight. So he is losing weight, getting in like good shape. He's dedicated himself to this. Terell is tough as nails.
Yeah.
If you've seen him fight, the guy doesn't ever give up. I'd say at heavyweight, a bit of the difference is he just kind of lacks the firepower that the natural heavyweights had, the guys that are actually 250 pounds, right? So Jonasson now moving down in weight because he's not 5'11" at heavyweight. If you're not an incredible wrestler, you're just at a distinct disadvantage. Let's see what Terell can do on his what appears to be on his way down to middleweight.
Yeah, and just how much energy and how fresher, and by having all of those things, being able to make better decisions just because your body's responding better.
I bet he's got to feel good right now. Yeah, good for him.
Nice comment.
And in the red corner, Patrick Turner.
Patrick Turner wants to put on a show tonight.
Yeah, and this fight was at 195. Jonasson weighed in at 193, and Turner weighed in at 192. So both guys comfortably under this catch weight limit. Turner has apparently won amateur boxing titles in the past, so we can expect him to probably want to employ some boxing in here. Both guys proclaiming that they're mentally tough. Patrick Turner fighting out of North Wake Martial Arts in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan.
This is one of the things I love about mixed martial arts, is that just the different personalities. You think about the music that Jonasson came out to, aggressive, almost black metal.
Makes sense. He calls himself the Brave Viking, and yeah, here Patrick Turner coming out to some, it's soft, relaxing music. Some guys like to be calm in a certain way. Certain music types or genres, maybe they make you feel a certain way, and that's where you want to be. You want your brain waves to sync up with that on your walk to the cage. I dig it. This fight should be exciting.
Patrick Turner taking it all in.
Both guys 5'11", Turner 33, Jonasson 34 years old. Jonasson 2-2 and Turner 2-1. Virtually identical all across the board here.
And this is what you want. This is one of the reasons. There's so many reasons to love Rumble in the Cage. Canada's longest running fight promotion. We've seen so many careers launched from this organization. And one of the reasons why it is so loved is because for the most part, there's fair matchups, competitive fights, where it serves both athletes well. The tail of the tape. Terell Jonasson looking for victory number 3. Both men actually looking for victory number 3. Very, very similar across the board, as you mentioned. And we hope, hopefully, that translates into an exciting, competitive matchup over the course of 3 rounds.
Famously, everything else is virtually identical.
Yep.
Turner now entering the cage. taking his time on the walkout, getting in the zone he needs to be in.
Well, we've been told many times, you just never know when it's going to be your first or last time making it to the cage.
That's true.
All right, for this catchweight contest, we'll send it up to cage announcer Keith Crawford for the fight particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight of the evening is an amateur MMA fight at a catch weight of 195 pounds. It is brought to you by TA Excavating, providing a wide range of earthworks and utility construction services throughout Western Canada. The man in charge of the action when it starts inside the cage is Mr. Andy Social. And now first, introducing in the blue corner, fighting out of Athabasca, Alberta, representing Brave Viking. He stands 5'11". He weighed in at 193 pounds, has an amateur record of 2 wins, 2 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Terell, the Brave Viking Jonasson. And his opponent in the red corner, fighting out of Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, representing North Wake Martial Arts. He stands 5'11". He weighed in at 192 pounds, has an amateur record of 2 wins, 1 loss. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Patrick Turner.
A big pop for Patrick Turner. The boo birds for Jonasson. He just wants to shut that noise off. It's about scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Jonasson thinking about that head kick early.
Outside low kick lands for Jonasson. Good side-to-side movement there by Jonasson early. Both guys feeling each other out. As we start to get into more experienced fighters on the card, going to see a little more of this, a little more laying groundwork and a little more observation at the start of fights a lot of the time.
Jonasson with his hand
good.
Up high.
Yeah, good roundhouse kick by Jonasson. Lands kind of to the arms of Turner.
And clearly Jonasson has a strategy in mind. Attack that lead leg.
Yeah, outside low kicks landed hard a few times. Turner is kind of corralling him against the cage. I'm wondering if he's going to unload a big strike or two or maybe look to grapple. But he has Jonasson backed up, so you got to assume that pretty quick he would want to do that. Jonasson exploding forward. Kind of backs himself into the cage there. He kind of circled with his own back towards the cage. So whether that's tactically or a bit of a mistake, I'm not sure. But either way, Turner hasn't given him a reason not to be backed up against the cage, giving no indication of wanting to press him there and not really looking for any sort of big shot when you can't move out of the range because the cage is to your back.
Both men feeling each other out.
Hard high kick by Turner on the arms of Jonasson. Those will add up too. Both guys have kicked each other in the arms with intent and good technique on the kicks. Your arms can only take so much. Now and then your arm breaks just from blocking a kick, right? So that's a hard kick.
And that will serve Jonasson very well.
That's a hard body kick there by Turner.
Responding. You can do that. I can do that.
Jonasson with those outside low kicks, but doing that with your back against the cage is quite risky.
Turner getting in.
Yeah, Turner looking like he wants to go for a takedown, and Jonasson perhaps threatening the guillotine at the very least.
Turner looking for the trip, trying to get Jonasson down. Great balance displayed.
20 seconds to work here. No takedown has been finished yet for Turner. Still not quite. There it is. Big takedown for Turner at the end.
The final seconds of the round. Turner will end up on top. But was it enough to win the round?
Hard to say.
A lot of mobility by Jonasson. A lot of kicks.
Yeah, kicks by both guys. Certainly more strikes landed by Jonasson, but big takedown at the end by Turner, and Turner did have that big kick right before that as well that we're seeing right now. You never know what the judges are going to go with on this one. That's a good look to end the round on, of course. Taking your opponent down, ending on top. A classic round-ending move.
And why wouldn't you do that?
I mean, if you can. He already had him against the cage, right? So you might as well.
You're not going to be docked points for it.
Both guys smiling. They're both happy to be here at the moment.
Antisocial, the third man inside of the cage. Round 2 underway. We're thrilled you could join us live. John Ramdeen, Tanner Bozer, the broadcast team.
Southpaw versus Orthodox battle that is the lead hand. Couple good roundhouse kicks by Jonasson, landing kind of again to the arms of Turner.
Almost some urgency for Jonasson right now.
Yeah, it looks like it. Which there should be. There's only 3 rounds. 1 round's done, and neither one really expended a ton of energy. So let it go.
And there it is, exactly as you call. Let it go, and Jonasson did exactly that. Chest to chest up against the cage. Turner now trying to turn his opponent.
Yeah, Jonasson definitely looked faster in that flurry than he has in the past. Punches looked like they had some power behind him as well. Turner going to try and finish a takedown again because he was successful at the end of the last round. See if he can make this a strategy going forward in this fight. So far, Jonasson sprawling, defending correctly. Jonasson going to try and just sprawl out and end up on top of Turner, but Turner stays upright. Good knee to the body by Jonasson. But it's Turner pressing him against the cage once more. Probably going to look to get in on the legs.
Turner with a knee to the midsection of his own. Jonasson with shots to the side of the head.
Yeah, but Turner gets deeper on a leg, and with a head to the outside single, which can be effective, usually you have to execute this really quick, because if that your opponent, beautifully done.
But Jonasson right back up.
And now it's Jonasson looking to maybe finish the takedown. Finishes a single leg of his own.
And you have to really, that's part of his fitness change, right? How fast we saw him.
that is absolutely due at least in major part, to the fact that he's just in better shape. Under a minute left in the round.
Full mount.
Full mount for Jonasson, but Turner's not accepting it. He's trying to turn around, buck Jonasson off. Jonasson tries to take the back. He's pretty high still. Yep. Now he's got the back a little bit better here.
And it doesn't seem like Jonasson's thinking about submission. It's just, I want to hammer away.
Yeah, he would kind of need to be a little lower to make a submission more likely from there. And now, he's just looking to ground and pound. He's got 20 seconds left. See how much damage he can do.
Excellent choice by Jonasson.
Turner's going to end up on top, though.
Just got too excited.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a consequence of that. Right?
Looking for the arm lock, a triangle.
You look for the triangle, try to change it to an arm bar. Round's gonna end with Turner on top.
2 rounds down.
Competitive fight.
Turner back up. Both men going to the corners to try to gain some valuable insight as they are set to go into the 3rd round.
Here we see the highlights. Good scramble, right? That was a really nice takedown by Turner, but Jonasson reversed it immediately, got a takedown of his own, and managed to be in full mount for a while and land a lot of hammer fists, like Donkey Kong punches.
When we see a fighter gain the mount like that, and very early in the round How important is it that they maintain that position?
It's very important. Now, he lost it with not a lot of time left on the clock. It's probably not really of consequence to how anybody should score that round or anything, and he didn't suffer any damage. But you don't want to get so excited that you lose that position, or at least we don't want to get into a habit of it. But this is a fight. Things happen,
Yep.
and Jonasson did great that last round.
Final 3 minutes or less. This catch-weight affair.
Yeah, glove touch.
Turner in the red shorts, Jonasson in the black. It is Turner that lands the round kick, looking for the switch kick perhaps, but it's Jonasson moving forward with punches.
Jonasson hurts him and then a little bit kind of kept running forward, smothered his work. Be best to maintain a punching distance after stinging him with those. Turner now pressing him against the cage and able to complete a takedown.
Using his power.
Just basically bullied him over, yeah. But now looks like Jonasson's going to look for perhaps a knee bar. He's in an interesting position. A couple hammer fists to the head from there.
I mean, those are scoring. Those are hard.
Not only are they scoring, those are hard. Those hurt. Those are going to mess you up if you eat too many of them. He's not okay, for a second he wasn't a grounded fighter. I thought Jonasson might look to up-kick him in that position. Now Turner on top in a tight side control. Jonasson looking to pull him into half guard perhaps. That'll probably be his best bet to stand up, is if he can get to half guard. It's a lot easier to get up than side control. But as of yet, Patrick Turner maintaining that side control.
Had an arm. Oh, I thought perhaps
Well,
he's trying to set
maybe. He's looking to start setting it up. In order to finish it, of course, he'd have to be on the other side. Jonasson's aware of what he wants to do, and he's not going to just give him it. But half the round is gone, and Turner's been on top for probably 30 seconds now. Jonasson landed good strikes on the feet, but these are massive shots here by Turner.
But Jonasson getting
Turner
up
going to look for a guillotine.
Jonasson trying to drag Turner down.
Jonasson with a crazy takedown attempt that backfires horribly. Turner in a crucifix.
Jonasson struggling.
The referee telling him he has to defend himself, otherwise the ref will have to finish it. Now he looks like he's thinking about an Americana as well, an arm lock submission. The referee's telling him to defend. If he can't stop these strikes, the referee will have to stop it. It will be a TKO.
Jonasson's
getting out.
Trying to take his back with one hook in. Trying to secure, but slips off.
He slips off. He's tired. He's beat
rushing.
up.
A neon belly position for Patrick Turner. Trying to end very strong. 30 seconds remaining. Big, massive shots to Jonasson.
Turner landing here. Landing big time, you're right. And the neon belly, this is going to be tough for Jonasson to get out of this position. And only 20 seconds remain. This is a Patrick turnaround.
Jonasson giving up his back momentarily. Full mount now by Turner. He must feel really good being in this spot in the dying seconds. That is it.
That's it. So you got to say that round was Patrick Turner.
Yes.
Round 2 was Terell Jonasson.
Yeah.
How do you score round 1? Because round 1 is now, again, it's going to be what it comes down to.
That's the round. And I would think, when you think about the offense, it was a lot of kicks by Jonasson. Both fighters were throwing their fair share.
Yes. Hard shots there in the replay by Patrick Turner, who ended dominating on top of Terell Jonasson in what was a very back and forth competitive fight.
And this is what we want to see. You want to see competitive fights. Like Jonasson's grabbing his ribs.
Oh yeah, both guys
they're hurting.
Probably. Well, actually, you know what? Turner doesn't look like he's really hurting. When a fight goes to decision, you should both be hurting.
Right. Maybe he's just got a great poker face because he feels that he's won.
Yeah, and I mean, when you end the fight like that,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna at least hope,
Yeah.
right? You want to portray that energy to the judges anyway. Again, this fight obviously comes down to round one, where Turner had a big moment at the end, big slam, ended on top. He landed good kicks of his own, but I think Jonasson
Ladies and gentlemen,
more
after
kicks.
3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. And we have a winner by majority decision. In the blue corner, Terell, the Brave Viking, Jonasson.
So, majority decision, meaning one judge had it a draw.
Yeah.
The other two had it for Terell Jonasson. So what the two judges that had it for Jonasson thought was Jonasson won, round 1 and round 2. Obviously, he lost round 3. The other judge had Jonasson still winning round 1 and 2, but he gave that third round as a 10-8 to Patrick Turner for almost stopping him multiple times in round 3. Therefore, that judge had the fight a draw. Good fight. Patrick Turner disagreeing with the result, clearly disappointed.
But these are the stories of combat.
It's the way it goes. And just the way the scoring system is. The way the scoring system is in a 10-point must system, whoever wins the round gets 10 points. The loser gets 9 usually. In the case of this fight in round 3, one judge gave him only 8 because he almost got finished, which is fair. That's how the 10-point must system works. In other systems, like in Pride, a judge just scored the fight overall.
Yeah.
It was, hey, who do you think won? And often it was the guy that at the end, like Patrick Turner, was on top, dominated that whole last round. That's how like an overall fight could potentially be scored.
Yep.
But this fight and almost all fights in the world these days are scored in a 10-point must system. And in a 10-point must system, giving Terell Jonasson this win makes sense.
It does make sense. Which is crazy considering the fact that he won those 2 rounds and then almost got finished in the 3rd round. That's the story of fighting.
Right, but it's scored by rounds.
Yes, yes, of course.
And so when you do that, doesn't matter how bad the other guy, well, unless he massacred you and got a 10-8 on all judges' scorecards.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight